What's up guys, welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 3, and this is part 8 of the campaign. Now in part 7 we stayed in Japan, the Katsuyama park, and we 5-starred that and completed all of the required tasks. So we're going to return to the Badlands now and see if we can carry on with this park and see if we can 5-star that. So let's go. So of course I'm kind of hoping now we can work our way towards 5 stars and completing all the tasks here in the Badlands, so that we can get this park boxed off. Now what I said at the end of part 7 was that we're going to start just finishing the parks that have already been completed before we move on to new parks. It is a bit mixed match at the start of these first few videos that I've done, but I think, yeah, hopefully now it's going to kind of follow suit and we can just do a park at a time. Maybe
the owner of the adjacent land is open to selling to us if we're interested.
And we are definitely interested. I have a real soft spot for this place, seeing as it was Din's first big project. But I'm a little light in the pocket at this exact moment in time.
I thought you might be. We should use this park to generate the necessary funds for expansion. When we have enough, I will make the purchase on your behalf.
Okay, so what I was saying was, yeah, hopefully it will now be parts where we can do like part 1, part 2, part 3 of each park. So while we're waiting to accumulate an additional 2 million, I just want to kind of familiarise myself with what we were doing. So we've got some Diplodocus in here, but I think that's pretty much all that's in here. So we've got the option to kind of put a couple of extra herbivores in there. We've got... they've got a couple of environmental issues. What's going on with them? Ground fibre and wetlands. Okay, so let's put a little bit of ground fibre. That was really quite easy. And a bit of wetland. There we go. Right, so they're happy again. And over here we had some... were they Velociraptors? Yes, they were Velociraptors. So we've got a couple of Velociraptors over here, but you know, these are really looking quite barren. So I want to start with this new one that we built last time, because what did we put in here? Myosaura. Now, obviously, something I've learned from previous, you know, recently playing, that actually we can now kind of see what each dinosaur likes. And I think I left a couple of fossils in the other park, so I might have to whiz back to the other park and just get them fossils sorted. But I do want to, while we're waiting for this money, just to kind of just make these look a little bit better. So I'm going to go with some rocks and kind of embed this into the rock sort of face that's, you know, already here, so that, you know, it looks a little bit more like it's in. I don't want it just to be fencing around the outside. It wants to look a little bit more like jagged and interesting. So that looks at least a little bit better. I wonder if we could put a little bit more cover or something like that. Let's have a... these aren't really that exciting, these, you know, these are not really that exciting. They don't even need cover or anything like that, so it might be worth to kind of, you know, like just have a little bit more trees and stuff like that looking in it. Don't know, that one just looks a little bit of a boring installment there. But we are also kind of like a little bit low on space as well. So what I think could also work is flattening this down a little bit. So maybe go off this level. Just kind of, I don't want to take it all away because I want to be able to leave like that rock formation there, because that's built into part of what's going on here. That's built into part of that enclosure over there. And then that will give us just, you know, a little bit ready for when we expand to the next part here. Gives us, you know, a bit of a place where we can probably put a shopping hub and stuff like that. Have we actually got, we have got shops, haven't we? Yeah, we've got some shops. We've got a hotel. Put a maintenance post just here. Yeah, and I think then we can start looking at doing the next sort of maintenance bits as well. We've just got to get this new area open, so we only need another 1 million. What else could we kind of do? I mean, this is quite a large area just for these small dudes. The other thing, I tell you what we could do as well, guys, is just focus on replacing some of these paths, making them a bit wider. That will help us as well.
Running soon.
We've got plenty of cash, so I'm not too worried. Oh, that was that path that I made that was quite wide anyway. So just replace all that. I'd like to think we could, I don't know if we could put a monorail somewhere. Let's have a look at some scenery stuff as well. So, of course, there's a couple of little bits I downloaded off the thingy, and I quite like these. And I bet if I went and looked now, there'd be a lot more to grab as well. But the front, is it the Frontier? This game Frontier as well. There'll be plenty of stuff in the workshop to go and have a look at and investigate yourself. See what other people have built. Oh, we've got fossils, haven't we? So let's get our fossils going. Yeah, I think there's some of them in the previous park we were in Japan. Let's have a look at replacing this contract. Ooh, let's construct a balloon tour. I think a balloon tour. I really enjoyed that in the Japanese park. So that is something we could do. But I think actually wait until we open this bit of land. so that it's got more of an area to cover. And then obviously the more dinosaurs we get in the park, the better it is for us. So let's see what we've got. Trudon. Ooh. Yeah, let's go for Trudon. Dig site blocks. Yeah, whatever. We've got a hatchery here as well, so I reckon we could. What could we synthesize here that's going to bring some good dollar? We want something to go in with the Diplodocus, something that's actually got a bit of appeal to it as well. And they're not that exciting. They're not that exciting, but they also kind of work in any
synthesis procedure.
Any pen. So actually that might be just you know, just to help get a few more dinosaurs in the park.
Synthesis procedure.
And let's do some more again, and then we can just kind of release loads of them. We need to hire a few more scientists as well. So let's just get that fast forwarding for a minute. So we're up to 800,000.
Generator will be running soon.
Okay, so we'll get them ones going. And we'll release them in with the Diplodocus, I think. I wouldn't imagine they are too much of an issue. So if we airlift them, where's the... Oh, what else is in here though? It could just get released into here. I don't think that'd be too much of an issue. I don't think they'd take up too much room. Let's release them into there and see what happens. We can always move them. But yeah, look at the colours on them. Let's see what their issues are. So they're missing cover, but they haven't really explored as of yet. Some ground leaf. Cohabitation is absolutely fine as well. Let's make sure that everything else is happy. They're happy. And they're happy as well. Yeah. Let's get them released. They're so easy to breed. So let's just make sure they're happy as well. So let's get a little bit of ground leaf going on. Okay, right, so then we just need to make sure they're happy. So they're missing a bit of pasture now. So we need to sort that out. Okay, so they're happy. Just a bit of wetland. We might just have to. Like the Corthiosaurus are happy. They just want a bit of wetland. I think we're just going to have to bite the bullet. A little bit more wetland in. Oh my god. So they're happy. See, the Corthiosaurus now drops a little bit as well. So we might just have to slightly increase the size of our habitat here for them. Oh, replace. We don't want to replace. No. We want to increase. Oh. Didn't want to be doing that, did we? Oh, what? Where have you come from? Right, hold on. Something to this. We need to figure out where to get this enclosure running from. Oh, it's there. Right. Okay. Right, that should now the threat should disappear. They seem a lot happier now. Right. So just increasing it just that slight little bit has made a difference. I think we could then also put a viewing gallery
Fuel and generator.
in. Once that dinosaur buggers off a little bit. So if that dinosaur buggers off just a little bit, we'll be okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to do another. Which one were we doing? Can't remember which one we were doing. Trudon, weren't we? So let's see if we can see another Trudon. intrude on. There we go. There we go, guys. We've opened the new area now as well. Okay, so we're gonna stay here.
More
work
land means
on the
more
5
opportunity.
stars.
Time
Where
to
the
spread
hell
our
have you
wings
come
and see
from?
what we can do.
Oh. We've got an escapee velociraptor. How the hell did he get out? That's something I'd like to know. And he's going for the kill. He's just having the time of his life, this guy. I'm not opening the emergency. There, we've got him. I'd like to know how he got out. I really would.
En route to pick up the
Okay,
asset.
so that is now done. So to reach five stars, that's made me laugh. Sorry. To reach 5 stars, we need to increase scientists' combined total skill to 50, make 500,000 per minute, increase total dinosaurs to 50, increase the number of guests up to 1,000. So the first thing I'm going to do, guys, is I am going to get this ground a little bit more on the old level side, so that we have a nice playing field to work with. Across the board. Although that land does look a little bit higher than the kind of previous land that was there, but that's fine. Just makes a start, doesn't it? Helps us out a little bit. Okay, that's a start, guys.
Better getting refueled.
Okay, so let's now put that balloon tour in. Okay, what's this? The museum has heard about our fossil discovery and would like to display the findings. Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. I'm not really bothered about that. Now, do we go with something like a monorail to start with? Let's get that balloon ride going. Where could we put that that's going to fit and work, to be fair? There's not really that many places to get it to work. I suppose we could put it over here. That really wouldn't make much of a difference, would it? Yeah. Okay, so for now it's not going to obviously see a lot of action. But as we increase the dinosaur population, it will make a difference.
Generator just needs to be fueled.
There we go. Right, so we're going to start with that.
The sites with our
Wow, you're pretty impressive to see in action. Maybe I should be making notes on you instead of the dinosaurs.
So let's get some Trudon started. And I also think we should hire some more scientists. Ooh, yeah, that's a pretty good one. Straight off the bat. And that one as well. Oh, there's another really good one there as well. These are going to cost us a lot of money. But I think the sooner the better we can start getting things working. The better it is for us, isn't it?
task received.
So I think we also are going to need another maintenance facility. I'm quite happy to put that around there. Okay, right, let's start thinking about how we're going to do this. So how close are we to the edge there? Can we put the path that goes up here? We can. So we can think about a new enclosure around here. I think that would work all right. I'm a bit happier with it like that there. That's a bit straighter. I'm not sure why it even needs to kind of go like that. I think that natural rock formation would be absolutely fine. I don't know how big to make this. But I reckon we could and probably should breed the Trudons. That would make a nice addition straight away. So let's make sure that we are finishing those fossils, and let's get that geome as close to as good as possible. Oh, so we've already increased the scientists combined total, that's alright then. Enclosures, attractions. So let's get a couple of viewing galleries in.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new viewing gallery, ready for you to observe our magnificent animals.
Okay, good stuff. We'll see what these Trudons are capable of after. Let's also check out our expedition map. Actually, I'll tell you what we'll do while we're waiting to, instead of doing Trudons, let's do some Allosaurus. They're quite a good, appealing dinosaur. So we'll get some of them made, and they can go into here. And then we'll also send out an expedition as well, guys, and let's get something different. We'll go for that one, whatever that dino thing is there. Okay, so with a little bit of expeditions done, the eggs for the Allosaurus should be good now. So let's have a look. Strong, nocturnal, and strong. So I think we do that one.
Security should be proactive first, instead of reactive to disaster later. From your recent performance, I think you understand that.
So let's get that going. And I think also if we can do another expedition, why not? So let's see what we've got. Ooh, I've never seen that one. Utah Raptor. Let's go with that one. Ooh, just about can do it. That's every scientist in use. Now, the next thing I kind of wonder about is, shall we look at putting a monorail in? Because I do think that would really help the park. So I reckon we should demolish that and put a monorail. Oh, we've got a storm warning, guys.
Proceed to take cover until the sandstorm has passed.
So let's open all shelters and let them do that. But I do think a monorail would really help the park, and it might be that we need to slightly move that path there. reckon that would work. Either that or we move this hotel. Oh, we've got some sort of ailment. Some water. Why would they be missing water? Oh, they're giving it a medical scan now. Oh, that's something else I put in. I put a medical centre in. Injury. So when it comes to injury, of course, you've got to tranquilise them. Surface wounds.
That looks like a superficial surface wound. Still, infection can take down even the healthiest animal. Let's get it treated, shall we?
We're incubated, we are done. We're going to let this storm blow over though. Tranquilise the wrong one. Tranquilise the wrong one. I think actually they've been healed. So let's open, or close all the shelters, sorry. I reckon we move the hotel.
Experienced during our recent handling of anomalous events.
Where should we move the hotel to? Gotta be somewhere that's gonna be ideal, I suppose. I mean, there's not much being used there, but we'll move it there. Not really fussed whether or not people can see. Too much from there. Now I think we then go with a monorail.
Of the park.
So I do think a monorail really would benefit the park. So we put another station over here somewhere. Attach. Like I said previously, I'm not a big fan of them being over the actual enclosures.
Generator will be running soon.
But then also, of course, you know, they need to be in a position where that is right on the limit, isn't it?
Attention personnel. A new monorail station has opened and guests will be arriving shortly.
Okay, good. I'm happy with that. Well, let's put a backup generator around here somewhere. thing being
personnel.
a
A new
maintenance
monorail station
post.
has opened, and guests
Let's have
will
one
be
of them
arriving
hidden around
shortly.
here somewhere too. Okay, right, so let's get our Allosaurus released. We'll do it via airlift.
En route to pick up the asset. En route to collect the asset.
So what we need to make sure, of course, is we've got a gate into this enclosure. We don't. We've got a gate at the minute. Possibly two. And then also a ranger post, because of course we want to make sure our dinosaurs are happy. Good stuff. Right. And these Allosaurus really will help boost, I think. We could probably put a little kind of shopping area here. Ready to move on to the next area. We are right on the limit here.
Transportation complete.
We spent a bit of money, but spending money, of course, is the only way we're going to make any money. South, fossils. Plenty of fossils. I've upgraded the expedition centre so that we get a better yield, but also allows us to have more stuff, more fossils extracted at the same time. So hopefully now we're going to start seeing some people come in at this side, because these Allosaurus really should attract a bit more people, some more people around this side. Let's see what their environmental issues will be. So they're missing some cover, so that's fine. We'll get some of that in. Pasture, so they want a bit of grassland. So let's get some grassland in. That's looking beautiful. Some prey, of course. They do like live feeders. And of course a bit of water. I think just go with a little bit more pasture. A bit more. So you should be. Oh yes, you are. Oh my. Yeah, they didn't take long to start fighting, did they? They're going to be fighting for dominance between the females. That's what they're going to be doing.
I'll be back soon.
Put a path to here. Brilliant, right. So now that's got that working. The monorail's looking pretty good. Good. Right. So the next task, of course, will be to put some. Let's get some more dinosaurs being created. So Allosaurus we've just done. They're quite popular. Dreadnoughtus, that is a big dude. He's quite good as well, and we could make quite a big enclosure. Put the Dreadnoughtus in, and put some other Trudon. Yes. Yes, I think a couple of Trudons would be good. Oh, look at all these we've got. Looking a lot better. So let's get some Trudons. So what I'm thinking is, yes, we do another enclosure. I don't know why it keeps changing bloody colour.
Synthesis procedure complete. Incubation personnel.
Well, that gives you a path to walk away around there. So this could be our shopping area, you know, put a little bit of shopping and stuff like that. And then I think we put... that's actually not a bad sort of kind of divide. We could put... What am I thinking? We want a nice, really, really large enclosure that we could put quite a few... quite a few dinosaurs in, and I'm thinking, like I said, the Dreadnoughtus and stuff like that, you know, to really give us great big boost of herbivores. So let's continue with the flattening. This sort of way. For now. We want to make an enclosure for the Trudons as well. And what I'm thinking as well, guys, is that we could put like a gyro spear that goes through the enclosure of the herbivores. Kind of finish this path all the way up to the edge. Kind of goes around the outside of the park. Like that. So let's put an emergency shelter over in this corner. And a rest room. Let's also put power all that over there. So what I'm then thinking is, look at all the people coming over here now. Good stuff. We make an enclosure here, for the Trudons. I don't know how big that needs to be, so we're just going to kind of... I'm going to kind of judge it at 2 full lengths like that. I reckon we could get away with, because Trudons aren't massive. Now, if the case is we put them in and they need to be in a bit more room, then that's absolutely fine. I just don't think they're massively big. So 1 male. That's only going to take 50 seconds. So then, yeah, I think if it needs to be bigger, of course, we can make it bigger. That's what I was looking for.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new viewing gallery, ready for you to observe our magnificent animals.
Okay, good stuff. So we'll have a look at what the size recommends, sort of, when them Trudons come along, and then we can
Working with
possibly
Cabot,
change
I'm
it.
more wary about delegating tasks than I'd like to be. However, I trust you with this one. Please don't make me regret that.
How's that a mean for doing now? That's starting to see a little bit better. Right, release via airlift.
Collecting asset. Asset to be collected.
And let's see, as soon as kind of that is in place, we can judge how much room these Trudons will actually need, because I think it'll be a bit more than that.
Task received. Asset transportation underway.
So let's have a quick look. Medium food. Let's see whether or not that's going to be viable.
For a dinosaur of this size, the Troodon has a relatively large brain. So let me be clear. This is an intelligent animal. Faster than any human alive, and with claws and sharp incisors evolved to do one thing, and do it well. You only get one mistake around a dinosaur like this, so treat it with caution, okay?
Okay, so how big are these Trudons? And where is he?
You're turning out to be someone that I can truly rely on. And my trust is not something that many have managed to earn.
So let's get a bit of cover.
Transportation complete.
Of course, a bit of water. An area. Yeah, they're not doing too bad. I think, obviously, though, once the others come in, we might just need a little bit more area than that, which is fine. I don't think it needs to be much more. So let's just go with know that isn't the most exciting of shapes for oh look, they've already been poisoned. See how happy the Trudons are, apart from okay, so absolutely brilliant, yeah, absolutely brilliant. That has worked out beautifully, but I do want to make it look a little bit more like something. So let's get some rocks around like the outside. Oh, that looks like air balloon. Gives it more of a look, like a natural barrier compared to just a fence. And then that oh wow, I think we've seen that one before. Kind of leads on to then, we could put the next fence that runs from there. Just gives them a bit of a natural barrier and stuff. Okay, right.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, that's a bit
we have
better.
added a new viewing gallery, ready for you to observe our magnificent animals.
Let's have a look. Let's go with a Dreadnoughtus. So let's go with, let's see what lifespan, let's give it a long lifespan. And some good resilience, some good compatibility. Oh, we don't have the skill to do that, so let's just take it down slightly. Take a lot of stuff to do this. 5, 8, 11. And maybe we should change some of the stuff as well. But let's get a Dreadnoughtus being developed, and I reckon then we could make a nice big area over here. And I want to kind of put a gyrosphere that goes through it and stuff as well. So let's get some. Fences on the go. I think a nice big enclosure will be. I think we also need to kind of leave a little bit of room for a monorail station. So I reckon, yeah, the monorail station could go about there. That's quite a large. It's quite a large area, so we could have the Dreadnoughtus in there and stuff like that. So let's carry on with the monorail station coming around to this side. And kind of have it running. Okay, yeah, quite happy with that. So let's power that up. Hide it in the corner over here.
Attention personnel.
And of
Monorail
course,
station has opened and guests will
let's
be
put some
arriving
gates in.
shortly.
So we'll put one on this side. And one on that side. And like I said, I want to put something different here. So what can we put? We've got a gyro station, a Jurassic tour, and factions build for include. Best for carnivores. So park. No, that's a park tour, isn't it? I do actually think. I reckon we could go a little bit further yet with this enclosure. So let's just flatten the terrain a bit further. I just like it on a level playing field, guys, more than anything. I just like, just makes it look, for me, neat and tidier rather than having loads of different obstacles around. I don't know about you guys, but I'm just getting like that. Oh, and the ranger team has been destroyed by the Allosauruses. Sure, there's much we've missed there. Great. Well done, guys. Well done. You've done a really cracking job there. So I reckon, yeah, let's make this enclosure just that little bit bigger. I just want to have tons and tons of tons of herbivores in there. A nice big enclosure. We can make it look really good. Sometimes building reputation means catering some expensive whims. Publicity rating plus 20%. Oh, yeah, red carpet treatment, who cares? Okay, yeah, that's quite a large area, isn't it? So let's definitely go with I reckon the gyrosphere is pretty cool. So if we were to pull it this side, they can then ride kind of all the way around the enclosure. Oh yes, I like that. I like that, guys. I like that a lot. So that's ready to incubate. And then we can start doing some other so Cortheosaurus, we've already got 5 of them in. Diplodocus is already 2 of them. Dreadnoughtus, Edmondsaurus. They're not really that appealing, I suppose. Nor are they. Will they go? They'll go with sauropods. So let's do a batch of them as well. So we want a nice big bit of water. Nice bit of grassland, I think, as well, guys. They might not want. Damn, they actually might not want grassland. Oh yes, that was massive. That was a massive radius. I didn't mean to put that much in. Oh, I suppose it really matters, to be fair. So let's have one male. Or let's have him strong. Yeah, I think that's good. I think we need to send some of our scientists on a break. Scientists will come first. That's fine. That's good. Right. So we're just going to have to kind of let that just happen for a minute, guys. Okay, so the headbutty ones, which are already headbutting each other.
Security isn't just gates and patrols. It's also a state of mind. You have to stay calm, have an eye for detail,
been
and see the
released
threats
into
that others
the
can't.
enclosure. I've started
Consider
obviously
that advice
modifying the
when approaching this
enclosure.
next task.
These two are fighting. We're fighting. Who won? Who lost? I presume that one lost. Oh, none of them. And the gyrospheres are now making their way around. So the Dreadnoughtus is also ready to be released. So this one is a biggie. Let's get him in. You can see by the little love hearts, he will be happy in there. So let's have a look at what other sort of what will they go with? They'll go with sauropods. I'm hoping Oh no, the Corthiosaurus, I don't want more of them. Struthomyces, we've got 7 of them. They'll go with sauropods, so we could do them. Should go with if they don't go with the guys that are in this one already, we can then put them in with the Diplodocus on the other side. Ooh, yes. So I sent out an expedition onto that one. Now that is quite a hefty. Let's send some more scientists on break. Rest, rest, rest. Just go for rest for now. I'm ready to see this dude come in here. Of course, he's probably going to want some tool stuff anyway. But these are pretty cool. 2 environmental issues. What have we got? Missing ground leaf. So let's get some more ground leaf in. And a bit more wetland. And I think actually, to be fair, he likes wetland as well. So we should be pretty good with that. Here he comes, look at him. Isn't he just a massive, massive, beautiful thing? That's really going to boost the power. So, he's missing tool fibre. Okay. It's all fruit. I think wetland will be fine once he kind of like explores a little bit. We're just
Fine
gonna
work.
explore.
I respect someone who can get results, and get them fast.
I think once he's explored a little bit more, you'll see that he's got plenty of wetland. So he's not going to make a difference if we put it there. He's still not going to until he's kind of like explored everywhere. Hey, right. Ooh, we've only got 2 and they want 3 at a minimum. So let's see if we can just synthesize some more. Where were we exploring? We were doing there. Yeah, I'm really liking this one, guys. It's still missing wetland apparently, but I just don't think he's explored far enough to see how much wetland he's actually got. Because he's, as you can kind of see where he's explored to. As soon as he kind of makes his way across, you'll see it should go up. How are these doing? These are happy 100%. Good. Ooh, should we do it like a gyrosphere that goes through the Allosaurus? Ooh. Could you imagine that? Getting bashed around by them. These are quite boring over here, aren't they?
Generator just needs some fuel.
Oh. I was thinking there was something. Okay, so we've got 6 in total. So let's go with it. And hopefully they will be able to go in here too. Still missing wetland. You just need to explore, my guy. You just need to explore. I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do one here. Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, go for the ride of a lifetime at our gyrosphere attraction.
Right, let's release fire airlift and let's hope that they are they like neutral or is that a negative?
Your backup.
I don't know if it's neutral or negative, or we'll just kind of release them into there.
Picking up asset. Settings related to the asset.
Coming sandstorm.
Yeah, we'll just release them over there. That'll be fine. And then we'll release the next one after. So we do need to find something
Has been raised.
that's gonna go with these guys here. Oh yes, the headbutting. Have some of that, son. Have some of that. V1. It looks like there's a storm coming, guys. let's get the
Take cover until the
emergency shelters open. And with that, I think, guys, that's a great place to kind of leave this
Stiggy
part.
Moloch is a gentle giant most of the time. Until they're spooked, at least. In the wild, that sort of defensive reaction keeps them and their herd safe. So try not to hold it against them if it's our fences that are on the
Just gonna release
receiving
them
end
over
of
there.
a charging Stiggy.
And then we just need to see if they are pretty happy or not. I can't actually see. Can't see them in there. But guys, I think that's a great place to finish this part of the series. So, was this 7 or 8? I can't remember. But join me in the next part where we will continue with the Badlands. And hopefully we can finish this here and get 5 stars in this park. So thank you very much for
There's nothing
watching.
more satisfying than taking something off the
Take care.
to-do
Let's just
list.
see which one we're going
But to
choose.
get
So
there,
let's go with
you
that
need
one.
something on it first.
And I will catch you
I can
next
help with
time.
that.
Take care. Bye bye.